What's up, guys? Sugo here from GamerFusion.com, coming to you with the Bungie newest weekly update. So, in the weekly update, they showed us an image of the primary weapons equipped from the latest Iron Banner. 25% of the community used the Thorn, 12% of the community used Red Death, 11% used the Last Word, 5% used the Hawkmoon, just under 5% was the Vex Mythoclast, Surus Regime, Mida Multitool, Universal Remote, Vision of Confluence, and Bad Juju were all roughly around the 3 to 2% area. Now, they also announced weapon tuning update. It's finally here. I know, the weapon tuning. Though it took forever, they announced it. So, their goals for the auto rifles are to auto rifle is optimal at medium and close range. So, the changes they will be doing, I don't even know why I talked about the goals, but you guys want to know what the changes are. So the changes is they're going to increase the base damage for auto rifles. They're going to start damage fall off closer to the player to emphasize its role as a close to medium range weapon. Small reduction in its base stability. Landing shots at optimal range is ineffective, but repeated precision shots hits require more weapon control to land consistently. They're going to boost damage by 10% against all AI combatants. So the next is Pulse Rifle. The changes they will be doing to the Pulse Rifle is reducing its base damage of the medium ROF, which I actually don't know what stands for. I know. Come on, what am I thinking? ROF, rate of fire, there it is. Of the medium rate of fire by 2.5%. So they're going to reduce the base damage of the medium rate of fire by 2.5%. The second thing is the PV burst to kill all precision hits is 2 to 3, depending on the victim's armor stat. So it will no longer be a 2 burst kill all precision hits. You might get that lucky one, but you might not always. It might take 3. There will be a small reduction in its base stability. A burst should still land all shots at optimal range, but 3 precision hits will require more weapon control to land consistently. Increase the magazine size for all base inventory stats. Their Scout Rifle is next. The changes they will be making to the Scout Rifle is increase its base damage for medium to high rate of fire Scout Rifles. PvP does not affect the Taken King in PvP or on a Guardian with full health.
You're falling behind.
They will also be increasing the magazine size for all base inventory stats. They will also reduce final accuracy from firing from the hip, and fast firing outside of aim down sights, or ADS as it is called, will be less accurate. Boost damage by 5% against all AI combatants. Hand cannons. Hand cannons are the next one. Changes. They will start damage fall off closer to the player to limit the long range lethality. Small reduction to ADS accuracy, targeted at making long range snap shooting less reliable. Reduce final accuracy when firing from the hip. Fast firing from the hip is less reliable. Yes, Last Word users. Yeah. Reduce magazine size from all base inventory stats. And reduce base optics zoom for all hand cannons. ADS now grants more width in favor of depth. Shotguns is their next. The changes they will be making to the shotguns is the shotgun perks that enhance lethality at range should be less effective when combined with a high initial range stat. So reduce shot package accuracy buff by 30%. The rangefinder adds a 5% base damage range increase on aim down sights. It was originally 20%. And they reduce the precision damage multiplier on shotguns by 10%. They will also be reducing damage against AI combatants by 10%. Fusion rifles is our next. The changes they will be making is the slow charging, high impact fusion rifles have decreased range values. This makes it more difficult to max out range for these weapons. Projectile speed for fusion rifles is slightly reduced. This emphasizes the need to lead a target's outside medium range. They will improve accuracy for short range fusion rifles and reduce accuracy for long range fusion rifles. Sniper rifles is the next. The changes they have made, final round on sniper rifle only buffs precision damage, not base damage, which basically means final round is almost useless now. There is no need for it because it's already a headshot equals 1, like the person is instantly dead. So if final round only buffs the precision damage, it won't change anything. So when this update comes out, I would change your sniper to something way better. Those FRD spears, though they are awesome and everything, they will not be working as well for that. This change only affects this perks when combined with the sniper rifles. So Thorn and any other weapon that has final round, it will not affect it. It only affects sniper rifles, but as I said before, again, it's an insta-kill anyways with a headshot. There's no reason to do this. They should just take the perk out in general. The next is rocket launchers. The changes they will be making to rocket launchers is slight increase in the blast radius, and grenades and horseshoes proximity detonation reduced. The proximity detonation I don't really agree with. Only reason I don't is because it doesn't work sometimes. The person will be like right beside the rocket and it might not, it sometimes doesn't go off. So reducing the detonation is just going to make it worse. The truth, and people, you may be thinking, oh, what about the truth? Well, the truth, either way, it won't bug the truth because the truth has its like super targeting thing where it just chases those targets. So the truth will probably be the same. The Gjallarhorn, I don't know how that will work, though it doesn't have the perk on it, so I do not feel like it will decrease its not supposed to be existing proximity. But it might, I don't exactly know, but it doesn't have the perk, so I do not believe it will reduce its proximity. Next thing we have is exotic weapon tuning. The hard light, the changes to the hard light will be, its base stability is going to be increased to 80. It was originally 65. Increases bounce count for hard light projectiles. Hard light projectiles are not affected by damage fall off.
You can fight by my side anytime, Guardian.
Next is the Necrochasm. The Necrochasm, the changes that will be made to it is it's going to increase its base stability to 60. It was originally 40. It's going to increase its magazine size. The Cursebringer perk will trigger always on a precision kill. The Cursebringer explosion has increased radius and deals more damage, which means this might be a decent gun now, because when you're at control and you're shooting somebody and you hit the last person with the precision shot and there's a group of them, it could kill all of them, or it might kill like a couple guys. It might be a decent gun now. The next exotic weapon tuning is the last word. It's going to reduce its stat range to 10. Was 20. It's going to reduce its stability to 20, which was 30. I don't necessarily agree with that because sure, the last word you could snipe with and everything, but it was still pretty hard to use. It wasn't the easiest gun to use. I'm not a big fan of it, considering I like the last word the way it is. I think it is a good gun the way it is now. They're going to reduce its effective range while in aim down sights. I don't think that makes sense at all, because it's aimed in, so there's no reason to reduce its sight because I'm aiming down. It's going to increase its accuracy and precision damage aim assist scale when firing from the hip. It's in quotation marks says, get 3 coffins ready. I don't know if that's going to mean that it's going to be extremely good from firing from the hip now, or if it's going to be even more powerful, or it might mean you might die a lot when using it from the hip. I don't know, but it seems like they're probably going to make it really good from firing from the hip. They have also fixed the bugs with hip fire damage bonus applying incorrectly. I don't know what that means exactly because I don't remember the hip. I guess maybe the hip fire when you aim down, you could also get it. I don't know exactly what that means because I never knew what this bug was the first time, but it says they're fixing it. The Thorn. So for the Thorn, they have an exotic weapon popularity for PvP in the past month or so. The Thorn skyrocketed at, let's see, it was probably it started skyrocketing from June 23rd to July maybe 5th or so. It had skyrocketed so high, and then you can see it dropped again and moved up again. So the Thorn had very like going up and down like big, and people were using other guns, I guess. The last word kind of stayed around its even turf. The Red Death skyrocketed from June 23rd to around June 27th. It had skyrocketed from what it used to be, and now it's starting to slowly make its way back down. The Hawk Moon kind of stayed at it even because it's an exclusive. We do have to remember not as many people will have it or use it. The Messenger also kind of stayed at an even, kind of steady path around the low ground. It wasn't too high of a gun. Now, the changes they are going to be reducing to the Thorn is they're going to reduce base damage of the Thorn's Mark of Devour damage over time to roughly 1/3 of what it was in PvP and PvE. Which means that Mark of Devour, guys, you may try and two-shot somebody, they might not die. Which kind of makes me happy because I found it being a really OP gun. People may disagree with me, and that is okay. You're allowed to like what weapon you are. I'm okay with this because I'm not the biggest Thorn user, and I don't like it when that Mark of Devour just eats me up. Now, they will allow the damage over time to stack up to 5 times across multiple landed projectiles. I don't know if this is going to mean when you shoot somebody 5 times, it's going to stack up the damage, or if it means if I shoot other people that the Mark of Devour is going on, it'll stack up the damage depending how many people are being devoured. I don't know exactly what that means, but I haven't really kind of figured it out. It says this is a net buff for Thorn's damage over time, but reduces the lethality of the weapon in PvP. So it's not going to be the best PvP weapon. Now, this may not matter for me because I am an Xbox user right now, but for most people it might if you have a PS4 and have the Hawkmoon, because the next one we have is the Hawkmoon. Changes they are making to the Hawkmoon is they're going to add a stack limit to Luck in the Chamber and Holding Aces so that only 2 of the bonus perks will ever stack on one round. This should prevent the Hawkmoon from one hit killing full health players in PvP. Me, I've heard so much about this, and I was kind of excited to see what we would do with it on Xbox because we never had the Hawkmoon, and everybody was talking about, hey, this thing is gonna like stack and insta-kill people. And so I was kind of interested in that. Well, now they're taking it away, which doesn't really make me happy because I wanted to see what I could do. I wanted to see the OP-ness before it was taken away. Now, they're also going to add 2 rounds to the Hawkmoon's magazine when Holding Aces is unlocked. So when you get Holding Aces, you are going to get 2 more rounds, which seems like a pretty fair trade for taking away the stack. Luck in the Chamber damage bonus reduced by 3%, so they're still making it kind of an even gun. Next on our list is the Icebreaker. They are going to increase the recharge time for the Icebreaker rounds to 1 every 8 seconds. It was originally 1 every 5 seconds. This I don't agree with because in PvP, 1 every 5 seconds is still a while to get an Icebreaker round back. And now you're making it 1 every 8 seconds? You mean if I waste all my rounds, I have to wait 8 seconds before I can shoot that sniper rifle bullet? And if I'm in a sniper like battle, like that's gonna be really, really tough on people that are really like accustomed to using the Icebreaker. I hurt for you guys. I feel sorry. I don't necessarily like that change either. The No Land Beyond. Now, I've gotten decently good with the No Land Beyond now, so I'm pretty excited to see where this heads. But they're going to increase the weapon handling speed for faster time to aim and ready and stow. Which makes me happy because it's like, I can now shoot that thing faster and everything. Like, thank you. Now they're going to adjust the sights to fix the overlap/parallax issue while aimed. I never really knew that issue. I don't even know what it means. I never had it. Maybe I did. I just never really noticed it. But apparently they fixed it, so if you ever had it, it's fixed. Well, it's not yet fixed, but it's gonna be fixed. They're going to adjust, or no wait, I just said that. They're going to increase time decay of the Master to 8 seconds. Did you know that makes me happy? The Master is pretty awesome, so there we go. They're going to add an additional 20% precision damage bonus while the Master is active. I don't understand that either because it's a precision damage hit is already an insta-kill with the No Land Beyond. So it's not like it's going to change it if you add 20% damage. It's like it's still precision. The person's going to die either way. But they seem to add it. The Black Hammer is the next on our weapon tuning. So it's not really an exotic, but I guess they're counting it as an exotic? I don't know what that means. Oh, they say, while technically not an exotic, this weapon was chased as if it were. So yeah, it's like an exotic, basically. The changes they're going to make is increase the ammo inventory to 18 rounds. I believe it was 19 or 15, somewhere around there, but now they're increasing it to 18. White Nail perk now pulls ammo from your inventory. This is the confusing thing that I'm kind of interested to see what it means. Because this is either saying, is it pulling special ammo synths, like, out of my inventory? Because I would love to get rid of those. Or it might be saying so much as it pulls the ammo from your clip into your gun, but you don't have to reload. Which would make sense because then I don't have to reload my gun and I get all 3 shots back. except they still come out of my clip, so I will eventually run out. I don't understand why they really took this off, because in PvP, it was kind of hard to land 3 crit shots with that Black Hammer in enough time so that you could get the White Nail perk back. It was kind of rare, and it was kind of interesting when you did, you know, it was kind of happy. You were like, sweet, I got my ammo back. And in PvE, that was useful, but I guess they're trying to make it so it's not an all-powerful sniper or something like that. The Lord of Wolves is the next on our exotic weapon tuning. Its changes will be the tripled recovery boost bonus for allies granted by the Lord of Wolves. So it's going to be tripled now. Now, this was an interesting one that I saw, is the Gjallarhorn. Now, they do have an exotic weapon, heavy weapon popularity, which was kind of interesting, but they put one up, and the Gjallarhorn is way there at the top, and there are all the other weapons kind of at the bottom. The changes they are doing to the Gjallarhorn, I definitely don't agree with. Reducing the damage of Wolfpack rounds. Wolfpack rounds sometimes don't even spawn. Why do you need to reduce the damage? If anything they should take off, it would be the hidden perk of proximity on the Gjallarhorn, because that's not supposed to be on the Gjallarhorn. Wolfpack rounds are. Now, it had regular tracking, so it was still pretty hard to get kills with if you took the proximity off. The proximity was the only thing making it so easy to get kills with. I don't understand why they were doing it, but they seem to want to be doing it. Now, they also are going to reduce some base weapon stats kind of thing. They're kind of talking about that, and they have a little bit more. So I have the link below for the weapon tuning if you want to go read it yourself. I also will, that's about it actually. The date when this is supposed to be released, they actually have not said. I do not know if it's released now. It's just saying it's addressing some stuff. I don't know if it's released now or not. It's saying it's an update preview. So it's kind of showing you what they're going towards, but it's not completely ready to be released. So yes, I will have the link in the description for it. And for all things gaming, why don't you hop over to GamerFusion.com, where we empower your gaming.
How do you shoot me through a wall? Oh my god, dude. I don't understand if it was a person in front of me, but like,
Your light is strong.